Hello everybody and welcome back to G4G Games for Gamers here in the heart of winter. We're going to celebrate that with the newest hero to Heroes of the Storm, the Frost Mage, or she plays out in this game as a Frost Mage, Jaina Proudmoore. I'm your host, Napalm Dawn. Thanks for checking out the video. So, the newest member of the Heroes of the Storm group is, of course, Jaina, and they have an announcement for Thrall also. He could be extremely interesting. Jaina she's a unique little beast over here. She's basically a ranged sniper. And she's more support than, say, like Nova, who could just, does beastly damage over here. Jaina can crank it out, but you kind of have to spec into that way. She's really, really good in at least a pair. If you have other people around you, feel confident in your combat, get in there, start working on people, and have your friends help finish off, or just add a little bit of damage to it. If she's alone, she's very, very risky out in the open field a little bit, and she doesn't have a whole lot that is really going to help her out or her survivability. So that's why when you call her a ranged assassin, I call her a ranged support port. She's a ranged port, really. So let's take a look at her abilities here, and her skins and her colors and everything. So here is her default skin. Her basic abilities are a Frostbolt, 30 mana, 4-second cooldown, shoots a bolt that deals damage and chills the target. You have Blizzard, which is 75 mana, 15-second cooldown, creates a storm of ice at a target location. It damages and slows. Blizzard is her bread and butter. It is her meat and potatoes. It is her Mega Force hitter. You always really want to use Blizzard as much as possible. When it comes to initiating combat, you can always feel confident if your Blizzard is up. Second to that, you can feel confident if your Cone of Cold is up and your Blizzard's going to follow within about 4 or 5 seconds. So her final ability is Cone of Cold, 50 mana, 10-second cooldown, deals damage in a cone and chills a target. So, I mean, it's really just all Warcraft stuff that's pumping into her over here. If you've played a mage in WoW, especially like, say, a PvP Frost Mage or just Frost when it was doing really, really well, you're gonna feel right at home with Jaina. Her trait is that her abilities chill the target, which slows them and causes them to take more damage. So it's like chill and vulnerable. Her heroics are a water elemental and Ring of Frost. I would recommend, until you get really used to her timing and just Jaina in general, you're gonna want to go with the water elemental. It's very strong, and the Ring of Frost is kind of hard to pull off super effectively. Its cooldown, well, its launch timer makes it a little hard to snag people in it, but it is pretty solid once you get the timing down on it. So here is her default skin. There's color 2, kind of bluish, sort of looks very Wrath, Northrendish kind of colored here. And I don't know what it is with some of the girls in this game. Their stance is weird. Sonya's got this really bad too, and you can see it a little bit on Jane. If you look down at her belly, it's almost like it's pushed forward and her back is super arched. I don't know, like, it's really, really evident on Sonya. She's like, doesn't have the belly leaning back. She just has it like her whole front is arched forward down there. It's really strange. Here is her green theme for her first skin over here. It kind of makes her look like Robin Hood, or there's like a tablet game where the archer is green, and it's the same kind of color scheme. So her master skin is really where some of the hotness comes out in her. So this is her first theme in her master skin. Kind of reminds me a lot of the Arcanist set from World of Warcraft. And the staff doesn't change much, but she gets the cowl in the back and the flaming shoulders. I kind of like that color scheme a lot. Here is a almost bordering on a sort of a blood elf color to it. And that's what the middle one, the middle theme looks like. And then this is very, very blood elfy to me, but this is very also pretty close to what the Arcanist set actually was like in game. So there's the comparison over there. Kind of think she gets a little more boobalicious when she goes to this skin. Maybe it's because the hair comes off the cleavage a little bit. And over here you have Santa Jaina, or Wintervale Jaina as it were. So this first one of course is very Santa Claus-y, very classic colors over here. The blue also looks very seasonal because of the sort of frost coloration to it and the frost trails from the tip of the hood over there. But then you have this grayishy one, which I think is pretty cool. Like once winter passes, I think you could still pull the skin off and it kind of looks, I just look like Gypsy Traveler-ish. I mean, it sort of looks like the Three Wise Men. But I think aside from the snowflake tip, if it just ended at the gold star, it looks like you can kind of play this at any season, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Christmassy. These two over here, for some reason, just scream Christmas to me when I see them. So for talents, you always, if you're like me and you like playing her aggressively, you're going to want to do things that help your Blizzard out. So at level 1, you have Winter's Reach, which increases the range of Frostbolt. You have Lingering Chill that says all your chills last 6 seconds instead of 4. Deep Chill says all of your chills will increase in potency from 25 to 35%. And Conjurer's Pursuit, which is mana regen. So you're going to see a lot of her 4th slot talents are really about her regeneration, being away from home, fountains, and the Nexus and everything. You're going to see that a lot in slot 4. Winter's Reach is not too bad to start with. However, I recommend Deep Chill because it's just a bigger slow and it helps when you are running in packs. You could make a case for Lingering Chill, but I don't think 2 seconds really means quite as much as just a better snare over here. On 4, yep, Snowstorm increased the radius of Blizzard by 30%. I would go with that. But you do have Frost Shards that says Frostbolt will pierce the first target. Arcane Intellect, dealing damage to a chill target, returns mana. And you have Envenom. Here that 4th slot slip, kind of flips and goes into the 3rd. This sort of lines up with Conjurer's Pursuit for being, again, away from home at longer periods of time. 7, Ice Flows doubles the width of Cone of Cold and causes each target hit to reduce its cooldown by 0.5. Good for maps where you're doing a lot of trash packs, like, say, the mines. That would be pretty solid in a mine map over there, or if you're just doing a lot of minion killing, which she is good at, but we'll see that in action later. Frostbitten increases the damage bonus of Frostbite from 50 to 65%. I think this is better because this will apply to everything that she does. So to me, this one is a more standout one, and again, helps Blizzard out a little bit more. You have Frost Armor. Enemy heroes that attack you are chilled. Every 8 seconds you can block the next basic attack. And you have Ice Lance. Oh, excuse me. Wow, sorry about that. The cooldown of Frostbolt is reduced by 2 seconds if it impacts a chilled target. So the first Frostbolt that goes out will be normal cooldown, and then subsequent ones will be quicker. You'll notice that it says does it by 2, So essentially you have a 2-second frostbolt after somebody is hit by one of your spells. Again, frostbitten, it just applies to more things. Here you have Ring of Frost, Summon Water Elemental. I recommend Summon Water Elemental to start and practice Ring of Frost, and then, before you use it live. Stormfront increases the cast range of Blizzard. This one's pretty much what I would go for here. Improved Ice Block, activate to place yourself in status and gain invulnerability. Icy Veins, taken from World of Warcraft and one of the most popular boss sites and strategy sites now. Activate to make your basic abilities cooldowns. Excuse me, it's a little late. Recharge 3 times as fast and reduce their mana. Sprint. Snow Crash, increase the number of blizzard waves from 2 to 3. This is what you've been masturbating all map for, is Snow Crash. When you take that up to 3 waves, that is when she really, really shines. This is when Jaina becomes a lot of fun. It's that talent right there. Northern Exposure. Enemies damaged by Cone of Cold are also afflicted by Vulnerable, increasing the damage they take by Cutoff Description. Cone of Cold also roots chill targets for a second. The 1 second I don't think is enough. Ice Barrier is a trait. 25% of the damage you deal to targets with a chill. It's returned as a shield to Jaina, so there's that number 4 kind of survivability. Stay away from home longer. And over here at 20, you have You're No Longer Dismounted. A teleport on 40 seconds. Cold Snap, the center of the ring also explodes with frost after the first ring expires. Or, your water elemental will now mimic your spells and 50% damage. Bolt of Storm is the way that you're gonna, if you've played a mage in World of Warcraft, Bolt of the Storm feels natural to you. You're actually gonna be aching for it. You're gonna have muscle memory of a mage, and you're gonna want that blink like you would not believe. You're like, oh god, I want something to get in and out of combat. I need an exit door. I need a portal, a blink, something that gets me from here over there where shit's not happening. You're gonna want that on her, and when you can do that ability, it's really good. When you open up more talents, I would do the one that augments your heroic. Personally, if I'm running water elemental, I would run that, because again, blizzard is their bread and butter. If the water elemental is going to mimic your blizzard, that's great. That's what you want to do. So you would have 6 hits of a blizzard if everything lined up right, 3 of which are at full power, 3 of which are at half power each. So you would have 4.5 ice, you would have 4.5 blizzard waves over there of full damage, and 1.5 that are, less. But it's still going to do chilled and everything, so that is absolutely the way you want to go. So we're going to go ahead and pause until we actually get into a match here, and then we'll see her in action. Alright, so we're back, and of course got a nice, lovely little map for her. We've got the mines, which is going to be good. Been working the bottom a little bit over here with an Arthas and a Tyrande.
Time is of the essence.
And I think we might get this Illidan. Yup, we're gonna get that Illidan. And my Blizzard's up, so we might get this Raynor if he's... Nope, I'm gonna go for a Tyrande. So you can see how pretty snipey she is over there.
Good choice.
And honestly, these packs down here are made for her and Zeratul. Just got him with the edge of the Cone of Cold. And he walked right into the Blizzard. That stun from Tyrande was pretty good.
The hero has abandoned the battle.
so you're getting a little bit of an idea how she plays. She's really good if she has just a little bit of help with her.
I've got a good feeling about this.
And there's, wow, they are just, they don't know how to handle
Why don't you chill
Jaina.
out for a bit?
She's just kind of wrecking these guys, and it's odd to see her doing so much so early on. But that's because of the support of the teammates over here. Alright, well that Raynor is back more down there. I'm gonna see if I can't get a little bit of mana back from there and chase him off.
Sounds interesting.
Just gonna go basic on this guy and use it. Oh, hey, get to somebody a little bit tankier than me.
Sounds good.
Oh boy. Oh good. Thank God it's dead. Don't let that Raynor snipe me. Oh no, come on, help! Ah, you fucking assholes. See, that's annoying. I totally could have had that Raynor and not died if they had paid attention and just stayed with me on that one. That pisses me off. But we're gonna go ahead with the Frostbitten over there. No mana. She's still having a really good game, and we did very well in the mines down there, but
All right with me.
felt like it was a little bit more one-sided down there than it wound up being.
Well done.
And where is everybody down here? Holy cow. Oh, is that... Yeah, that Illidan's a bot. No wonder why he's a little ballsy. And he's about ready to die again. Keeping that shield on him. Huh, Jaina and a witch doctor. I don't know how that would work out. Actually, no, that would work out pretty good if somebody gets ringed. Uh-oh. She's all alone. This is going to be a problem. Yeah, it's going to be a problem. This is where the blink is going to be so... Yeah. That's what happens to Jaina when she's caught out. She's just... Wow, everybody is down there. We're going to need some help in the bottom pretty soon. But yeah, she's fragile. And if you go the glass cannon build that I go, she certainly takes a little bit of time to ramp up. If you don't have any way of slowing people down in their pursuit of you, she's kind of boned.
If you're sure.
Good thing is we don't seem to have any AFKs over here, which I did last time. Alright, so we're going to go with the water elemental. And going to keep that blizzard up.
You meant to defend me.
Oh, moving with the ship. And Kerrigan's dead, so there's some nice revenge over there.
Double kill.
I want that Scrubnor.
I'll take care of it.
Triple kill. Death stirs within the mines. Shall you brave the darkness?
Your injuries are severe. Head to a healing fountain quickly.
I've got a good feeling about this.
Good. Nice revenge on that Scrubnor. Now if this Tyrande is smart, we'll get these ogres. So that's relatively solid damage there on an ogre camp from that blizzard.
Slay the undead and
Alright, so I'm going to hurt back at regen a little bit. And while we're regenning, we'll take a look. So I'm leading the hero damage, but not by much. Pretty solid on XP over there. Just, you gotta think of her as a very fragile, ranged Zeratul. That's kind of how you have to think about her, but she just lacks some of the toolkit of Zeratul. She really doesn't have a way of bailing on combat.
Your time has come, friend. Sounds good.
Yeah, I burned an ultimate for that, but that's because she shot me in the face and stunned me.
Killing spree.
And what's kind of cool is you can get your snowman to follow you.
Destroy. Choose a talent.
Come on, Raynor. I'm trying to, like, slow them so you get out of there. Bail. Okay, this Raynor is just gotta wake up a little bit. I'm gonna try to harass just a tiny bit, but not really gonna commit to any major combat here.
Sounds interesting.
Just gonna kind of poke at some of the skulls. Alright, Arthas came in.
And destroy your
Too little, too late. See, that's the thing with Jaina. Unlike a lot of the other assassins, you really, really have to pick and choose your battles. She's not stealthy. She can't teleport in and out of combat. She can't go invisible at some point. She's just, she's a walking target if you're not careful. But she's new enough that not everybody knows how to play against her.
I'll take care of it.
And kind of interesting, like a lady, she rides side saddle.
A weak golem. Gather more skulls, heroes.
So we're up 15 to 13. I don't want to burn a blizzard on this guy just in case a gank patrol comes in. So if you notice, I'm kind of reserving my blizzard over here just in case. No, 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 don't stun while I'm trying to run through.
Let's get going. What's the plan?
So as you can see there, I mean, just even
Sounds
from...
good.
I didn't take any stun damage there. I just was taking root damage, and she's hurt. So, you know, you can either bring up her survivability with some of her 3s and her 4s, or you could just go the glass cannon route and hope you just kill shit.
All right with me.
Alright, so there's Snow Crash. That's the biggie. And just watch what it's going to do to that pack. I mean, just absolutely murdered the meat of the pack over there.
I've got a good feeling about this.
However, honestly, if you ask me, I mean, you get so addicted to Blizzard when it's not up and you're facing that long cooldown. Like, it's painful. Absolutely painful to sit there and wait for that thing to come back.
Sounds interesting.
So now, depending on if you're good for positioning, that piercing frostbolt would be okay, but I just think you can do better. If you notice, I'm not really dropping a whole lot of blizzards, and just kind of being a little cautious with it, keeping it on reserve. Doing a pretty good number on that fountain, probably because it's being considered as chilled. And she's doing a really nice number on the gate over here.
The damned shall soon return.
Well, fort, actually. Oh boy, yep, see? This is why I keep the blizzard on cooldown, just in case. Alright, just gonna retreat to a fountain temporarily and see if we can get in there and do some mine work. Much like the way I feel Zeratul is cut out for the mines, I feel like she is cut out for the mines too. The only problem is the long cooldown on the blizzard.
I'll take care of it.
Ah, caught that Kerrigan out. Oh, nope, she got support. Damn it. And I wasted my ultimate for it. She would have been dead had friggin' Illidan not come in over there, but then again, that's what Illidan's good at.
Let's hurry. Our allies need us.
Well, we're down 70 skulls over here, so this is going to be bad. That's a really good example of what her blizzard does to minion packs. Wow, they're going to have a full... I'm going to try to get in there and poke, see if I can... Nope, not going to happen.
Rise and let loose your wrath.
Time is of the essence.
This could be where the battle turns slightly. We've gotten a little bit of control, and now we're down. We are down a lot of live bodies. Sneak by and see if we can't get this tower over here and help the team out slightly.
Sounds good.
Steal this from them before they show up.
Force demolished.
See, that third hit of the blizzard over there really helps it do a lot of damage.
Your fort has fallen.
But as you can see here, I'm just getting clobbered by 2 ogres. And I mean, that's a camp that so many characters in this game could clearly solo by this point of the game. And she just barely escaped with her life.
All right with me.
Alright, so we're going to pause a little bit until we get the late game here and get the 20 talents. Well, unfortunately, the pause was for nothing. We lost quickly afterwards. They marched right into the core with that 100 golem. And there wasn't a whole lot we could do there. Almost had a kill on a couple people, but of course Scrubbin' jumped in from out of range of vision and put me down super quick, and I hadn't even really lost a whole lot of health at that point. So there is some Jaina gameplay for you. I'm somewhat surprised they decided to go full-on Frost with her and not make use of her other mage schools. I mean, they kind of they flirt around the edge of Arcane a little bit, but there's no mention of fire for her at all. And yeah, I suppose in a MOBA it makes sense to have control, and that's what Frost has always been about. But it would be nice if they had done some other... honestly, Blink. Like, this game needs to have Blink available to her a little bit more readily, and I honestly think not at the cost of other other abilities, and it doesn't feel right that you would have to talent into it, especially when there's good talents in the same tier, and you might not take it, but she needs help. She's really strong. She can kind of control the field a lot. If you run her with a stun or some other slow person that you can at least get close enough to keep your own slow going, she's phenomenal. Blizzard will do a lot of damage for you. Frostbolt will do a reasonable amount. Cone of Cold is kind of the one that you want to jump off your horse with to set everything up, keep somebody within your range, make sure that your chilled is staying on them and everything like that. The other thing you could do is, if somebody is close, if you drop a close Blizzard on somebody, the moment you cast Blizzard, you can go right into the Cone of Cold. You don't have to sit there and wait for the 2 or 3 waves to go out. It's not channeled, so you could really double up the damage. That's what you want to do if you want to kill somebody. If you just want to kite them, or make sure that they can't kite you by keeping them slowed and everything, save that Cone of Cold a little bit. Wait until it seems like just their chilled is going to expire. Smack them with that Cone of Cold and start everything again. So my recommendation for Jaina, honestly, is work on the Blizzard. Anything that helps Blizzard, go for it. Anything that helps the potency of chilled or the strength of the slow of it, that's what you want to do. If you're playing with more, go offensive if you're playing with friendlies and people that you can find on the battlefield very easily and work in tandem with them. If you are running a solo queue, you may get some more survivability out of her on her other talents, and as people get used to Jaina and how powerful she is, they may expect her to be squishy at a certain level, and if you're running a I want to live build, that might sneak up on some people and allow you to kind of stay in battle a little bit longer and get a few extra kills simply because of the fact that you outlasted somebody who thought you would have been dead 10 seconds ago. So she's really good. She's strong. She has some fun skin. She's got some good colors. I find it funny that they have her sitting side saddle. It's extremely ladylike, but then again, it is Jaina. You would think that she would be very proper. So I hope you enjoyed this video here on G4G, Games for Gamers, and stay tuned for other hero focused videos. Take care.